Today, we're diving into a pretty revolutionary guide for anyone who wants to really understand their own body and, finally fix its movement, its pain, and its performance. We're talking about how to take back control. So let me ask you this. Do you wake up feeling stiff? Does your back start aching after just a couple hours at your desk? And have you kind of just accepted that this is, well, normal? The big idea we're digging into today is that it absolutely does not have to be that way. And here's the real problem at the heart of it all. Our bodies are these incredible, adaptable machines. But honestly, they were designed for a totally different world. Our modern environment, I'm talking sitting for hours on end, doing the same repetitive movements over and over, it puts us into positions that our bodies just aren't built to handle long term. And that mismatch, that's where so much of our pain and dysfunction really starts. Okay, so how do we fix it? Well, before we can fix it, we have to understand the real cause. And that means we've got to look way beyond the simple, common diagnoses that so often miss the bigger picture. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It goes right after a piece of advice I think we've all heard. It's the perfect example of how we tend to oversimplify really complex issues. The argument here isn't that tight hamstrings are good for you. They're not. But they are almost never the only villain behind your back pain. And this shows that oversimplification perfectly. We feel a pain in one spot, our back, and we immediately pin it on a simple local cause. It's an easy answer for sure, but it's usually the wrong one. And it sends us down this rabbit hole of just stretching one muscle group while we completely ignore the real issue. So this is the crucial point. This is the big shift in thinking. We have to start looking at our bodies as a system of systems. It's not just a collection of separate parts, it's this deeply interconnected network. That ache in your lower back, it could totally be a signal from your stiff hips or maybe from wonky mechanics that start all the way down at your feet. The pain is just the messenger, yelling that something is wrong somewhere else. So when we look at that same back pain through this new lens, we see a much, much bigger picture. It's almost never just one thing. It's a whole cocktail of factors. How you sit, how you stand, maybe super tight hip flexors like the psoas, a lack of mobility somewhere else. The problem isn't local, it's systemic. All right, so if the old model is broken, what's the new one? This is where we get to the core philosophy, the big goal that this whole framework is built around. The goal is to become a supple leopard. It's such a powerful metaphor, right? It's not just about being flexible, and it's not just about being strong. It's about combining those things to move efficiently, with power, and, most importantly, without pain. It's about being physically ready for whatever life decides to throw at you. And this whole approach has some really clear, concrete goals. It's a step-by-step method to not only resolve the pain you have now, but to prevent future injuries from ever happening. It's about unlocking your true athletic potential. But really, at the end of the day, it's about fundamentally enhancing the way you move as a human being and empowering you with the knowledge to take care of your own body. So that's the what and the why. Now, for the really exciting part, let's get a quick look at the how. How do you actually do all this stuff? The process itself is actually pretty simple in concept. First, you find a spot that just feels restricted or tight or stuck. Then you use a tool to kind of pin down that tissue, apply some targeted pressure, and then, and this is key, you actually move the joint through its range of motion. It's that combination of pressure and movement that works the magic and helps restore normal function. The source material uses these awesome descriptive terms like tissue smashing and creating pressure waves. This isn't your grandma's passive stretching. No way. This is an active process. You're literally breaking up adhesions and improving how your muscles and fascia slide and glide against each other, which is absolutely critical for unlocking better movement. And what's so great about this is that you don't need a fancy, expensive gym membership or a ton of gear. The main tools mentioned in the source are so simple and easy to get. A lacrosse ball, a foam roller, you can even use a rolled-up towel. Basically, you have a full-body maintenance kit right at your fingertips. Okay, let's wrap all this up. If there is one single, most important idea that you should walk away with from all this, what is it? This is it. This is the whole ballgame. This is the paradigm shift. You are not a passive victim of your aches and pains. The core message of this whole framework is empowerment. It's giving you the principles and the tools to become your own body's best mechanic. And so I'll leave you with this question. Just for a second, forget about just getting out of pain. Imagine what you could actually do in sports, at your job, in your life, if you weren't constantly being held back by physical limitations? What kind of potential could you unlock if you could truly become a supple leopard?